Hello, today in Fun with Science, we will be making an ocean in a bottle. And the supplies you need are a glass bottle with a cap, some vegetable oil, a half a cup of water, some blue food coloring, and the items you want to put in your bottle. And the items I chose are some decorative stones and a pecan, because a pecan is going to look like a boat in my bottle. So we'll see what it looks like. So our first step is to put our water into our bottle. So you're going to take the cap off, pour the water in, and then next you're going to grab your blue food coloring and put a drop in. And then you're going to put the cap on, make sure it's on nice and tight and not on crooked. There we go. And then you're going to swirl it around, and you can see the beautiful blue, like the ocean. And then our next step is you're going to take the cap off again, and then you're going to fill it up with vegetable oil. And you're going to fill it up to about this, to about here, the rim. Go. Next, you're going to put the cap back on nice and tight. And as you can see, there's a lot of bubbles. And eventually those bubbles will settle. Now the science of this, as you can see, the oil is sitting on top of the water. The oil does not mix with water, it floats, because the oil is less dense than the water. Anything that weighs more than water will sink. So next, what we're going to do is take the cap off again. And I'm going to grab my decorative stones. And we're going to put them in the bottle. Do you think they're going to float or are they going to sink? Let's watch. Ooh, that went really fast. So as you can see, it went through the oil and the water. Next, we're going to grab the pecan, and we're going to see what happens to the pecan. Oops, almost fell. So let's drop it in and see what happens. Ooh, see how it's sinking down through the oil? And then look at that, it stops right at the water level. So the pecan is more dense than the oil. So it's sunk. And as you can see, with it being on the water layer, the pecan is less dense than the water, so it floats on water. So let's do a side note here where I have another pecan, and we're going to put it on the water and we'll see what it does. There you go. The pecan does float. So that's why the pecan is floating into the water. So next, we're going to put our cap back on. Make sure it's not on crooked. You really got to make sure it's on there nice and snug. Now, let's turn it on its side, and you can see it's like an illusion. Yeah, it looks like the ocean with big waves, and you can see that my decorative stones are on the bottom of the ocean. And then you can see my pecan, which is my boat, is floating. So you go back and forth, and you can see your ocean in a bottle. I also made another one. So this one you can see that all the bubbles had settled down already. And in this one I have some more decorative stones, and then I put a Lego surfboard in there. So let's tip it over on its side and see what happens. So you can see that the decorative stones have sunk and the surfboard is popping up and out of the waves. It's very cool. So there you have it. 2 bottles in the ocean. So there you have it. 2 oceans in a bottle. I hope you had fun. Thanks for joining me. Bye.